All right, what's up, guys? So I thought I'd get on almost 2 months post no contact with a narcissistic parent, just to give you guys a bit of an update, and also to hopefully share some wisdom and some knowledge and some value, so that if possibly you decide to do something similar, in your own life, you can relate to my experience, and hopefully that helps, gives you some wisdom and possibly the courage to be able to do the same for yourself. And so today's video is going to be titled Brutal Awakenings, 2 months post no contact with a narcissistic parent. So particularly about 5 of them. And the reason I've titled it Brutal Awakenings is because that's pretty much what they are. So we'll get right into it. So the first thing that you will notice post no contact with a narcissistic parent, or possibly just a narcissist in general, is you'll experience a shift in your vibration, in your frequency, in how you view possibly the world, how you view people, circumstances, situations. So your vibration will raise, your energy will come up. And this is an incredible feeling, because if you've been stuck, or if you are in a relationship with a narcissistic parent, chances are you don't know it, because I didn't know it at the time, and unfortunately you don't know when you're in it. But you don't actually realize how much they suck and how much they take from you. And what I've come to realize and what I've come to know is that they took a lot. They took so much, and post relationship, I'll be honest, it's still upsetting. It's not an ideal circumstance, to obviously go no contact, particularly with a parent. It's not something that I particularly wanted to do. But also when you realize that you spent a lot of your life, most of your life, fighting for that relationship, when the narcissist is just there trying to break it. Ultimately you get to a point whereby something has to give and changes have to be made. And so that's the first brutal awakening. The second thing is that I think now that you've set a strong boundary with your narcissistic parent, it then correlates into other relationships and areas in your life. And you'll now find yourself possibly analyzing people's behavior, and you'll actually find yourself not being able to be as tolerant to abusive behavior as what you once were. So you may now be able to identify actually exactly what's going on in certain scenarios and certain situations, whereas before, you had the masks, you were in the narcissistic fog. You just didn't know. You couldn't identify these types of things. And so now that the veil has been lifted and you've seen beneath the veil, you can see exactly what's going on in certain situations, outside of your own personal relationships with people that you're involved with, but now actually seeing from an outsider looking in at other people's and being able to identify as to what's going on to a degree and to an extent. I mean, of course, you never know fully, but you can certainly pick up on, toxic and negative traits and behavior from people. And so that's definitely something that you will notice. I'm just looking down. I've just made a few notes because I definitely don't want to miss, I don't want to miss anything. So So another thing is that you'll know if, you know, you've made the right decision going no contact with your narcissistic parent or a narcissist in general. And the reason that you'll know is because you'll be able to tell if all the other areas of your life are going in the right direction. So, you know, you might have great clarity, you might have great focus, you might be picking up, you know, success in your work, in relationships, maybe with your partner, or if you've got kids, you might be, you know, finding success in basically all the other areas of your life. And if you do find that, well, then you can know yourself that this is definitely a decision that was the right decision to make, because if it wasn't the right decision, obviously your life would be falling apart, you know. And, you know, if it's the right decision, like I said, you'll definitely know, because, you know, generally you'll start to pick up traction, the blessings will start coming back into your life, and you'll start to pick up favor, you know, within your life. So with these awakenings that you'll now have, another thing that you'll notice is you'll find yourself, obviously, now that you can identify toxic behavior and you can really identify it not just on the 3D but also on the spiritual level, you will find yourself becoming super selective as to, you know, what people you spend your time with, what people you give your energy to, because it's a relationship is an energy exchange between you and another person, but it's not just on the 3D level, it's also spiritually. And so, you know, certain people have got certain, you know, traits and characteristics that are, you know, obviously toxic and negative. And so now that you can identify them, you'll find yourself becoming very sensitive to it, and so you'll just find yourself removing yourself from those situations. And the reason being is because you understand energy now, and you just want to protect yourself and protect your own energy. And, you know, you don't want them projecting their energy and projecting their problems and all their possibly insecurities and all these different things onto you. And so that's another thing you'll now definitely start to notice. I think another massive thing is now you'll really come to know that, so your reality and your life as you know it now, it's never going to be the same as it once was. And in some ways it's a bit scary, because, you know, you only view the world and you only knew life and you only knew things, you know, as far as the narcissistic relationship kind of allowed. And when you're inside of a relationship with the narcissist, of course you don't know it at the time, you don't know that you are, and so you're actually stuck. And, you know, for me now, I'm now obviously free of it, and being free of it, you know, I can see the reality of just the way that the world works. And, you know, obviously there's endless opportunities and possibilities to be able to achieve great things and great success within your own life in all areas. And, you know, when you're stuck inside of a relationship where, you know, a narcissist puts all these word curses on you and projects all their self-limiting beliefs onto you, you know, it's obviously very negative, and it's actually a lot worse than what you realize, and what I realized at the time. And so, yeah, these are some, you know, some brutal things that I've noticed after, I think, having a spiritual awakening and just becoming awake now to the world and to people, and you know, to protecting myself and protecting my energy in order to help myself grow and become the best person that I can be. So yeah, hope the video was helpful. If it was, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.